My name is Caitlin, and I'll be your guide throughout this presentation on myopia and hyperopia. To begin, what are these words, and what do they mean? Both are disorders of the eye, but they mean different things. Myopia is also called nearsightedness, defined as the inability to see objects that are far from you, or the ability to see objects very close to you, but have difficulty seeing objects away from you. Hyperopia is also called farsightedness, meaning that you can see objects that are far from you, but seeing objects up close is difficult. This is the opposite of myopia. Before we get into anything else, we need to cover some basic anatomy of the eye. The colored part of your eye is the iris. In the dark circle in the middle is the pupil, which is actually the entrance for light to enter the eye. The iris contains two types of fibers which control the size of the pupil: circular for constriction and radial for dilation. Moving further into the eye are the ciliary muscles and the lens. The lens is what focuses on objects far away or up close, and the ciliary muscles are attached to the lens and control the lens to help angle light to the retina so we can see. The retina, or the back of the eye, is actually a part of the brain which contains several layers of cells that convert light into neural signals so our brain can process and interpret what we are seeing. The light must be concentrated into the fovea, which is the pit in the retina where most daytime vision photoreceptors, which are called cones, are located, in order to see. If the light is not concentrated at the correct area on the retina, then there will be an issue with vision, whether it is trouble seeing far away, myopia, or close up, hyperopia. The quick and easy process for vision is as follows. Light is reflected off of the object you are looking at and enters the eye. The lens is angled to focus on said object and directs the light to the retina, where light is transformed into neural signals that are sent to the rest of the brain for interpretation. In myopia, the reflected light is hitting the retina in front of where it should be, causing a distortion in vision at far distances. In hyperopia, the reflected light is hitting the retina behind where it should be, causing a distortion at close distances. These problems in vision are due to the following: the curvature of the eye, the length of the eye from the very front to the retina, the refractive index or the ability to focus light, and the placement of the lens within the eye. There are three different types of myopia: congenital, simple, and pathological. For hyperopia, the types are slightly different and mainly refer to the actions of the ciliary muscles. These types are latent and manifest. Manifest is broken into two categories: facultative and absolute. The main symptom is blurred vision, but this can also lead to headaches and migraines due to the eyes being strained. The diagnosis is usually made by a trained professional like an optometrist through eye charts, seeing into the eye, and trying different types of corrective lenses to see what your prescription may be. Another method is to send wavelengths of light into the eye and record its frequency to see where the light is hitting on the retina. Based on the diagnosis by the professional, the treatment will vary, especially because there could be differences in sight between the two eyes. If you have myopia, usually concave contact lenses or glasses are prescribed to fit your left and right eye, so that the light is adjusted to hit the retina further back, whereas individuals with hyperopia are given convex lenses to adjust the light to hit more forward on the retina. There are also surgical options for both myopia and hyperopia. Myopia requires the flattening of the cornea, and hyperopia requires the curving of the cornea. Although hyperopia and myopia are both very important disorders that one should be aware of, myopia is more prevalent throughout the world. Myopia is expected to increase dramatically over the next 30 years. This has a lot to do with technology because most everything we look at now is so close to our face at all times that we are losing the connections that allow us to see further distances. If you have blurred vision, visit your eye doctor immediately and see whether or not you have either of these conditions. It might save you a few headaches.